about 250 miles of snowmobile trails in Door County, most of which are state-funded trails, as well as there are some club trails that are maintained and funded all by the clubs. We're actually a pretty quiet, because our winters are so sporadic as far as the amount of snow, because we've got water on both sides of the peninsula. You can get a foot of snow in one area, and you can go a couple miles away and it can be 6 inches of snow. So I mean, it varies a great deal here. We actually don't get much traffic up here, which in some ways is good for the people that do come. They have a pretty nice trail to go on. Our trails are not like trails in other part of the state where they're 16 feet wide and really primo snow conditions. So we have 250 miles of trail, but a experienced snowmobiler would say 250 miles of trails, I can do that in one day. Well, you can't do that in Door County because of the way our trails are laid out, the way they go through the woods and narrow trails. You can't do 250 miles in our county probably in a week. Pretty much the old mentality of the good old drinking snowmobilers, that's gone. I mean, it's really a family sport now. I mean, just about all the members in my club have kids, and it's definitely changed in the last probably 15, 20 years. And we have a lot of people that have second homes up here, and a lot of them come up here and they got snowmobiles in their garages and pull them out and go for a ride in the weekend. In Wisconsin, it's all volunteer clubs that maintain the trails. Some real large clubs will contract groom, so they will hire out to have somebody groom their trails, but they have to be a big club and making lots of money from fundraising and stuff to afford that. We have 7 clubs in Door County, all of which have anywhere from 25 members to 100 and some. They all have, say, somewhere in the 30 to 50 miles of trails. They each have their own machine. Most of which now in the county are tuckers. There, I believe, are a few other types of machines that are being used for grooming. The state trails, we do get funding from through the snowmobile program from registrations and whatnot. It's not enough to cover everything, so we do have to do fundraising throughout the years to help raise enough money to pay for the fuel and signs and everything that goes into keeping the club going. This is Terra Tucker. They're made in Oregon, used quite often throughout the state and other states for trail grooming operations. Takes me about 13 hours on a good night if it isn't too heavy a snow and I'm not pulling too hard, or if it's not too rough. But yeah, typically about 13 hours. I start at 6 o'clock usually in the evening on a weekday and go until 3 o'clock in the morning or so. Yes, I'm married and I've got a 5-year-old, but and once in a while they come along with me, so they usually end up snoring halfway through the trip, but keep plugging away. I am pretty much the only one that drives. I've been grooming for about 15 years. I had two other machines prior to this one. But yep, I'm pretty much the guy. Once in a while I get a fill-in that'll go out, but it takes a lot of experience to run, and if you're inexperienced, it takes a long time. It would take you probably twice as long to groom the trails, so, because otherwise you'll come back with a destroyed machine. We have the county set up in quadrants, and we can open and close individual quadrants, and that's all on the Parks Department's website for people to check, and so they know where they can ride and where they can't. No, I think a lot of it depends on where the snow is in Wisconsin. A lot of years we don't have snow in southern Wisconsin, so people will come up to Door County. It's a little shorter trip than going all the way up north. I don't think we probably get a lot of people coming from up northern Wisconsin coming over here because they've got the primo trails for fast riding conditions. But no, these are slower trails, but they're beautiful trails. I would have to say from riding all over the state, I would have to say our trails have some of the most scenic beauty of anywhere I've been. So that makes the difference. But they're missing something if they don't come here and see the scenery.